How's it going, guys? Coach Daryl here. We had a little trouble with our audio during this video, so I'm going to be doing a pretty sweet voiceover for you guys. Going to get this rocking and rolling with a good warm-up. Started with some inchworms, walking it out, drop the hips down, walk it back up, and then I'm going to go into a calf raise. And repeat, drop those hips, good extension, walk those hands towards the feet, trying to keep those knees as straight as possible. Sink it down, calf raise. Again, you're walking those hands as close as you can to your feet while keeping those knees nice and straight. Make sure you breathe in. Walk it out, stretch. Good stuff. Gonna stay in a squat position. So we're going to do squat walks forward and reverse. Take as many steps as you have room for each way. Just make it even going each way. Stay nice and low. Keep those hips low. Keep those knees bent. Use those arms for balance. Stay nice and low. Check your hip level. Make sure you're staying low. Working on heel to toe going forward. Nice job. Shake it out, shake it out. Getting ready for the next one. Going into some bear squats. Bear squats. So we go into our quadruped position. Use a mat if you have one. So we're working on sinking down towards our feet. Hands slightly above your shoulders here. Trying to push those hips back as far as they'll go, and then straighten those legs all the way. Make sure those hips don't drop too low. Don't let your hips drop too low. Your feet are about hip to shoulder width. We're getting into a lot of dorsiflexion here. As much knee flexion as we can. And then those legs all the way straight. Exhale as you're coming out of this squat position. This is a really good primer for any squat movements you guys are going to do. Gets those quads working on getting that full hip extension without hyperextending through the spine. Nice work, guys. Laying on the side. We're gonna do some sideline leg raises here. On these leg raises, you're gonna start with your knee on the floor. Okay, the top leg knee's on the floor. You're kicking up and back, getting that knee all the way straight. Making sure those hips stay stacked. Don't let that hip roll back. Keep those hips nice and stacked. Bottom leg is bent. You should be feeling that in that top glute. Firing it up and back. Kicking up and away. Squeeze that glute. Good stuff. Let's switch it up. Other side. Same work on the other side. Head supported, bottom knee is bent. Again, stacking those hips. Kicking up and away. You can even pause at the top for a few seconds. Making sure you get that knee behind you. You don't want that leg to be too far forward. We're kicking up and back. Squeeze each rep out. Nice job. On your feet for some heel scoops. Alternating scoops here. You're gonna pull that toe toward your face. Reach down, scoop the floor. As you reach down, think about pushing those hips back. All right, so push those hips back and away. Trying to hinge at our hips. We're not trying to bend the spine. Head down to the floor. I'll do some dive bombers here. So dive bombers really get those shoulders warmed up, triceps warmed up. Focus on keeping that core nice and tight. All right, next up we're gonna hit some reverse Nordics. We're gonna turn those quads on. Trying to keep our knees, hips, and shoulders all in a straight line here. So really, I got my toes tucked under. I'm gonna lean back. Basically just resisting falling down here. A small movement and you're gonna hold it. Hold each one for about 5 seconds, come back up. And those quads should be burning a little bit during these. Getting those quads burning. Make sure you breathe, don't hold your breath. On your feet here. Next up we got some Supermans, okay? Supermans for balance. Supermans for hamstring activation. Gonna bring that knee up. Throw that leg back, reach straight out. Kind of keep that body nice and flat. From the side view, knee up, kick back. Keep that back nice and flat. Other side, same work. Trying to get yourself as flat and straight as possible. Maintaining balance on that foot. Don't let that hip rotate up. So keep that hip down on that open leg. Nice stuff, guys. Good warm up, good warm up. All right, guys, we're back in it. We're gonna do 30 seconds on, 30 seconds off for work today. And then we're gonna do a minute break in between each set, okay? Start off with a squat. Opposite elbow, okay? Opposite knee to elbow. Squat down, drive it across. Squat down, drive it across. And exhale here. Exhale, squat, and drive. Get to a depth that you feel comfortable and balanced. 30 seconds of work, now you got 30 seconds of break. And we're gonna be hitting some climbers, okay? So we're gonna be on the ground for the next one. 30 seconds rest here. So to the floor, I'm gonna go opposite knee to hand, opposite knee to hand. Ready? And we go. Opposite knee to hand touch. Try to keep those hips from twisting. Make sure you guys are breathing. I got my feet about shoulder width behind me. Don't let those hips drop. Nice work, guys. 30-second rest here, 30-second rest. All right, we're getting ready for the next one. Enjoy that rest break. Let the heart rate come down. We're going at the reverse lunge, knee drive with a calf raise. Reverse lunge, knee drive with a calf raise. Stepping it back, drive it through. Make sure you sync up those arms for balance. Step it back and drive through. So I'm actively pushing my hips forward and my knee back as I go up onto my toe, all right? Working for that triple extension. I got extension at the ankles, the knees, and the hips. All my runners out there, great exercise. Nice work, guys. Now we got a 60-second break, a full minute break here. And we're gonna do that same set all over again. Those 3 exercises. So get some water, get some rest, let the heart rate come down, and we'll get back at it. All right, jumping back into it. Same as the first round. Squat, knee to elbow, coming across the body. Squat, knee to elbow, across the body, working on that rotation. Squeeze that core as you're bringing that knee up and that elbow down. We're gonna exhale. Nice consistent tempo, doesn't have to be too fast. Just working through that consistency. Stay balanced between your feet. Try not to favor one side over the other. Nice work, guys. 30-second break here. Going back to the floor. We're going to do that knee to hand, okay? Push-up position. I'll show you the side view here. Knee to hand alternating, right? Knee to hand alternating. Keep that back flat. Ready? Let's do it. Knee to hand alternating. Touch and go. I'm trying to keep my hips from rotating, okay? So we went from a rotational exercise to an anti-rotational exercise. Keeping that core nice and tight. Making sure my head's not falling off my body. Keeping it in line. Again, nice consistent tempo. Doesn't have to be fast. Slower is better on these. Nice work, guys. 30 seconds on the break. Grab a little sip if you need it. Finishing it off with those lunges, okay? Reverse lunge. Multi-joint movement, stepping it back, driving it through, right? And remember, we're coming all the way up through that toe. Make sure that big toe stays on the ground and you're pushing through the floor. We want to slowly lower ourselves back through the floor using that calf. So drive through, lower back down, switching the other side. 15 seconds each leg. Drive through, back down slow. Arms are synced, everything's smooth. I'm not rotating my torso, okay? Keep that torso steady. I'm gonna rock a 60-second break here. Round 1 is complete. We'll get set up for round 2. Nice work. All right, we're back from our break. We're starting off with an awesome hamstring exercise here. So we're going to be starting in a reverse plank and a march. This is our modified version here with just a bridge and a march. All right, anybody have shoulder problems, please use this variation. Okay, if you want a little more intense, we're gonna do that reverse plank to a march. I'm driving my heel into the floor, trying not to let my hips sag as I bring that knee up. My body's not rotating. I'm trying to keep my hips as extended as possible. So I'm trying to keep them up the whole time. Don't let them drop down. Going through our 30-second break and then into our second exercise. We're rocking side lunges, but we're going side to side, okay? Side lunges, side to side. I'm gonna stop with my feet together in the middle. Here we go. 30 seconds, here we go. Side to side, step it out, get deep, back to the middle, get deep, nice. Trying to get low. And it doesn't have to be fast, guys, just be consistent. Okay, trying to keep that chest up. We don't want to bow forward as we're going through. Keep that chest up, drop the hips low. 30 seconds done. Nice work, guys. We got a 30-second break, and then we'll do our last exercise of this set. All right, plank up downs here. So I'm working through. All right, we're gonna do 30 seconds of work. Here we go. Up and down. Keep those hips low, but don't let your hips sag, okay? I'm trying to alternate which hand I come up on each time. Sometimes I get confused, that's okay. Just trying to alternate which arm I come up on and which arm I come down on. Again, making sure my head's not falling off my body, trying to keep that neck as neutral as I can. 30 seconds done. Nice job, guys. Let's hit that 60-second break. Good work. All right, guys, diving back in. Remember, we got two variations here, okay? Modified version here is just that bridge with the march. Hands up, a little bit more challenging, a little harder on the core, all right? Hands down for balance, a little bit easier. Still working the hamstring. It's harder with the hands up. And we're working. Nice job, guys. On our feet, we're gonna get ready for those side lunges. Remember, our feet are gonna come all the way together in between, and then stepping out to the side. "30 seconds, ready? Let's go. Drop, together, drop, together. Drop it. Good. Drop. Awesome. Keep working, keeping that chest up. I'm exhaling as I push off the floor. I'm trying to push over into that next step. Keeping those feet pointing straight forward, and the knees should follow. Drive it up. Use that glute. Nice job, guys. 30-second break here. All right, we got plank up downs here. I got my sweat towel. Catch those drips. Up and down, here we go. Modified version from the knees. Modified version coming from the knees. Making sure you keep those hips down. Don't let your butt rise up. Trying to alternate which hand you come up on. From your feet, a little more advanced version. Make sure you breathe, guys. Don't hold your breath. And time. Nice job. 60-second break. Alright guys, round 3. We're going to hit the sumo squats, okay? These are going to be sumo squats. So my toes are pointed out and my knees are pointed out, alright? I'm going to sit down as low as I can into those hips. On the side view, driving those hips through, okay? Push the knees back, drive the hips through. Good. 30-second break here. And rock some foot taps, guys. Nice, easy foot taps, okay? The legs are coming forward and back. There's no rotation, okay? We're not twisting. Just step it forward, step it back, nice and light, okay? My heels are off the ground. Just my toes are touching the ground, okay? Using those arms for balance, alternating arms and legs. And time. Good stuff. Last exercise here, guys. I'm going to push up and reach, all right? Push up and reach like you're clapping somebody's hand. Here we go. Touch, alternating. Exhale as you come up. Notice I'm not getting my chest all the way to the floor on these. I'm only coming to parallel. So I'm getting that upper arm parallel to the floor. Coming down. Reach across. Modified version from the knees. Coming down. Reach across. Notice my hips come with me. Don't leave your hips in the air. Let them come with you. And time. Good stuff. Get some water, guys. Nice work. All right, guys, starting it off with those sumo squats. Toes out, knees out. Here we go. Trying to keep that chest up. I don't want you to bow forward too much. Chest up. Hips, shoulders, ears all in a nice line. Drop it down low. Push those knees out. Knees out, toes out. "30-second break. I'm saying something super inspiring here. I just can't hear it. Couple of deep breaths. Get that heart rate down. Quick feet. Try not to trip over your mat as you're going through here like I did. So make sure we're getting those feet up. It's not rotational, okay? It's forward and back with the feet. Straight forward, straight back. Nice and light. Don't twist. Heels are off the ground. Light feet. Don't trip over your mat if you're using the mat. And time. Nice work, guys. 30 seconds on the break. I'm taking some deep breaths here because I got that heart rate elevated. My heart rate's well over 180 beats per minute right now. My fruit watch is telling me we're dropping it down to the floor. We got our push-up and our reach, right? Here we go. Drop and reach. Advanced versions from the feet. Modified versions from the knees. Again, come parallel here. Squeeze out every rep. Shoulder stability. Nice job, guys. Nice job. Nice work, guys. Nice work. Really good stuff today. Let's give ourselves a minute. All right, a minute or so. All right, guys, jumping back in with some stretches here. So we'll go from our half kneeling position. We're working from a hip flexor stretch standpoint. All right, so I want to feel the stretch in the front of my leg. All right, I'm trying to stay as upright as possible, not rounding that lower back. As I go forward, I'm not hyperextending that lower back either, right? Trying not to put too much bend in that lower spine. I'm squeezing that left glute. For a little bit more quad stretch, I'm going to drop those hips down a little bit more and pull up on that back knee if possible. This is a little bit more advanced. You may not have the flexibility to do this, and your knee may not like that additional pressure through the floor. So at your discretion, use this stretch. All right, hip flexor stretch, switching sides. Again, engage that right glute on this one so I can stretch that right hip flexor. My toes tucked up underneath. And I'm leaning forward, okay? Grab that ankle and that shin. Pull the heel towards your glute. Feel that stretch more in the quad. Make sure you're breathing. All right, back down to the mat here. I'm gonna do a long sit. Reach down, big reach over, and repeat. I'm taking a big deep breath as I reach down here. And now I'm reaching behind, I'm gonna hold. All right, make sure we're sitting on those glutes, okay? Don't sit on your back, sit on your glutes, reach down and your toes should point straight up towards the ceiling, and they don't let them flap out. Okay? If your toes are flapping out, we're stretching a different part of the hamstrings. You're basically taking the path of least resistance at that point. So keep those feet together, toes pointing straight up. This time I'm going to pull on those toes a little bit, and I'm going to drop that chin. I'm going to get a little bit more of a nerve stretch through here, dropping that chin. Probably a little bit more intense. I'm breathing into it. All right, guys, on our feet here, rocking into a little standing adductor stretch, more of a side lunge stretch here. Hit the adductors, hit the groin. I got my hand on the ground just for balance. So leaning into that stretch, keeping that foot on the ground nice and straight and planted. So just leaning into that stretch. Switch it up. Putting a hand on the ground for balance. And again, keeping that foot nice and straight. I'm not letting that foot rotate out. So in this case, my right foot, not letting that foot rotate out. As you can see here, that's going to be more of a hamstring stretch, all right? So we're trying to keep that foot forward so we're not rotating the leg. Awesome work, guys. Let's get the calf stretch here. So going through our calf stretch. So I'm stretching the foot that's on the bottom. All right, I'm stretching the calf of the bottom foot. I'm doing it with a straight leg and also a bent knee. Okay, when I have the knee bent, we're hitting more of the soleus. When the leg is straight, we're hitting more of the gastroc. So holding that stretch, bent knee again, and then we'll switch it up. Same thing other side. Trying to push that heel down to the floor. It's going to push you into a lot of dorsiflexion. Again, bent knee, more of the soleus. Think about keeping that foot nice and straight, okay? Your foot might want to turn out. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Again, don't follow that path of least resistance. Nice job today, guys.